second.
That is so far up your street, I can see that from your lounge.
What about getting something that looks just like this, but haven't made an alloy?
What a great way to waste £5,000.
The boys don't always sing from the same hymn sheet.
We're going to do it sand beige.
Just because you dress like you live in a retirement home doesn't mean you have to paint the car beige.
But in the end...
See, that looks ace. Oh, I hate it when he's right.
They're always in perfect harmony.
Tally ho!
Salvage Hunters Classic Cars, Fridays 9:30 on Turbo.
For Sam Darry, he's brought greater physicality to his game this year. Here now, ending the corner. He scored.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to TVWAN News. I'm Maricela Kelleton. Thanks for joining us. In this edition, Foundation celebrates 2024 success, cocoa exports earn 1.2 billion kina, and PNG RFL continues to support young players. Over 8,000 children last year underwent cardiac screening through efforts facilitated by Operation Open Heart Foundation and Air New Guinea. Over 700 of these children were reached by pediatricians who were able to travel out to meet them through the support of the country's national airline. Today, these efforts were recognized and celebrated, with efforts for the new year launched with strong enthusiasm from both partners to continue working towards helping the children of Papua New Guinea lead better, healthier lives. Operation Open Heart Foundation and Air New Guinea today announced the successful results of their partnership in 2024 for the Provincial Pediatric Heart Patient Screening Program. The pediatricians who lead this program highlighted challenges faced by their colleagues in provincial centers and commended the tremendous efforts supported by the airline to facilitate the intervention that's needed for these children.
Most of these family members that come for screening in the provinces come from rural PNG. So if the pediatrician in the province make a diagnosis of a heart condition, most of them are not able to take that trip down to Port Moresby to get the heart scan done. So our going out to the provinces really brings reliefs to these family members and their children, and also the colleague pediatricians on the ground. And we appreciate the help and New Guinea is supporting Operation Open Heart.
So a total of 725 patients in those 13 provinces. So out of those 725 patients seen in the 13 provinces, we had 33 identified who would require open heart surgery, and 25 of them would require closed heart surgery.
New Guinea is no new partner to the foundation, having supported the work of the foundation since 1993.
Our commitment to Operation Open Heart is not just about flying people around, but it's about connecting lives, and it's about delivering hope.
The program is going to keep progressing, and we're actually moving in. There's no stopping us. That's what I wanted to say, that there won't be any, we'll continue as we go.
Last year, 25 children were identified to undergo closed heart surgery. 9 have already undergone this treatment and are said to have recovered well. SEDEN says New Guinea will provide additional support for the 16 that await surgery.
As mentioned, last year's screening, 25 children were identified with serious heart conditions for closed heart surgery, and only 9 were able to travel for immediate surgery. And I'm pleased to announce that Air Niugini will cover the travel costs for the children and the guardians of the 16 that haven't been able to get to Port Moresby. So we will cover that cost, and we will make sure that those 16 children get the closed heart surgery that they require.
SEDEN's announcement is a welcome relief for the foundation, who expressed appreciation for the support. The wins celebrated by a New Guinea and Operation Open Heart Foundation today also highlighted the tremendous need for more to be done for patients outside Port Moresby to access diagnostic services.
Cardiac screening can only be done at Port Moresby General Hospital. Other PHAs, that service is not available in the other provinces, hence we go out to do the screening.
Government needs to hear this. We're 50 years now into a nation as an independent nation, and so what we are saying to the country, to the Marape Rosso government, is we need diagnostic center, cardiac diagnostic centers in the regional hospitals, and if we can establish that and train the staff there to do screening, then it will really relieve us.
The National Office for Child and Family Services, with support from partners and stakeholders, launched strategic policy documents designed to strengthen and expand government efforts to protect every Papua New Guinean child from harm. The launch was officiated on Friday, 7th March, by the Minister for Community Development and Religion, Jason Peter.
Jerry Wap, Acting Director and CEO of Office for Child and Family Services, welcomed the Minister for Community Development and Religion, Jason Peter, Department Secretary Jerry Obase, UNICEF representative, and other department heads present at the launching of strategic documents safeguarding and ensuring well-being of children.
Today we are launching Street Children Report. We have already produced a report for street children. National Street Children Identification Response Program, Child Protection and Emergency Response Strategy, Corporate Plan 2025 to 2027, Annual Operational Plan 2025, National Child Protection toll-free number, service number 1800234.
Minister Jason Peter said the occasion marked the commitment of the Marape Rosso governments to fulfilling the vision which they declared when taking office, which is Leave No Child Behind.
The first document is the National Street Children Report, revised 2024. The second document, Child Protection in Emergency Response Strategy, 2024. The Corporate Plan, 2025 to 27, Annual Operation Plan, 2025, National Child Protection Toll-Free Emergency Service Hotline. These documents represent a vital step forward in strengthening and expanding government effort to protect every Papua New Guinea child from harm.
He said for too long, vulnerable children have faced challenges that include all forms of abuse, neglect, and exploitation. He added that the Marape Rosso government recognizes that every child deserves a safe, nurturing, and supportive environment where they can thrive and reach their full potential.
The Corporate Plan 2025 to 2027 is our blueprint for action. It provides a clear framework for development partners and stakeholders to align their programs with the government's child protection priorities.
Lest we forget, a minute of silence was also observed in commemorating the passing of former CEO of Child and Family Services, late Simon Yanis, who served over 30 years in this capacity before his recent retirement and demise. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
The Porgera Riverine landowners have again called on the government and the Environment and Conservation Protection Authority, or SEPA, to honor its commitment made to the Porgera Riverine communities during the transfer of the environment permit. The government and SEPA are facing mounting criticism for their failure to conduct an environmental audit for the riverine communities adversely affected by the discharge of mine waste into the Porgera River. According to a local leader representing the riverine communities and chairman of the Porgera River Alluvial Miners Association, Peter Papo, this negligence has been a source of ongoing concern, particularly in light of the controversial environmental permit issued in 1988, which was granted without a compensation agreement, and the recent transfer of this permit from Barrick to NPL without conducting an environmental audit to verify and assess complaints raised by the affected communities. Considering these ongoing issues, Papo is appealing to SEPA to urgently fulfill its commitment and conduct an environmental audit without further delay. In 2024, PNG produced 42,000 tons of cocoa, with 41,000 tons exported, bringing in 1.2 billion kina in foreign exchange earnings. A key success factor has been the increasing demand for PNG's fine flavor cocoa, which now accounts for 80% of total exports, a recognition that boosts the country's marketability in premium chocolate markets.
PNG cocoa is highly sought after in international markets due to its quality and unique flavor profile. Cocoa Board of Papua New Guinea Chief Executive Officer Jesse Anjan highlighted when addressing a meeting recently with Prime Minister James Marape and other commodity board representatives, PNG must expand production and improve the quality control measures. Several major milestones and infrastructure projects achieved in 2024, which have contributed to the sector's growth by the Cocoa Board, include infrastructure development and expansion, cocoa plantation and nursery development, industry growth, and market expansion. Despite strong growth, Anjan identified several ongoing challenges that need to be addressed to ensure sustainable growth and competitiveness in the global market. These include the need for improved infrastructure and logistics, climate change and pest or disease threats, and financing and support for farmers. With a clear roadmap for 2025 and beyond, the Cocoa Board of PNG is determined to expand production, improve quality, and enhance value addition. Prime Minister Marape acknowledged the Cocoa Board's progress and vision for the industry. He reaffirmed the government's support to expand cocoa farming into new regions, build better processing industries, and improve market access for farmers. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. Tackle workplace harassment and youths in commercial fishing. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's One Talk Wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for him chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste P&G loves.
It's back to school with Lay Biscuits. We're giving away a massive 100,000 kina cash gift voucher to help you kickstart the year. We've got prizes up for grabs from 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, and a whopping 5,000 kina cash gift voucher. Here's how to enter. Spend 10 kina or more on any Lay Biscuit product. Write the contact details on the back of the receipt for your chance to win. Promotion starts on the 10th of February and ends on the 4th of April. Fresh draw on the 11th of April and the major draw on the 16th of April. See selected stores nationwide. Terms and conditions apply.
These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing. Bum, bum.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. One Talk Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
He nearly fell over here. Nobody gets to that ball. This acumen of the highest order. The lucky loser, Luca Nardi, beats his idol, Novak Djokovic, the five-time champion here. All good. Carlos Alcaraz finds second.
Never again will I let you hurt me.
My mama told me I got a lot to learn. She said love's not a healer. Sometimes it burns.
Why are you doing this, Suju? You are nothing but a leech.
Welcome back. Prime Minister James Marape has welcomed a new partnership with the PNG Trade Union Congress to combat workplace harassment and gender-based violence. The initiative aims to introduce stronger policies, advocacy programs, and legal frameworks to protect women and girls in the workforce and beyond. At a high-level meeting, PNG TUC General Secretary Clemens Kanau highlighted the critical role of trade unions in addressing GBV and workplace harassment. Kanau outlined PNG TUC's nationwide approach, which includes advocacy in schools, workplaces, and communities to educate young boys and girls about the importance of respect, safeguarding women, and rejecting violence. Marape commended PNG TUC's initiative and agreed that legal amendments may be necessary to incorporate anti-harassment and anti-violence clauses into employment contracts. 6 young women are among 35 trainees in East New Britain province who recently graduated with certificates in commercial fishing. Operations Level 1. The 6-week training held at Rabaul Waterfront was facilitated by the National Fisheries College for students from Wolnau, Mila Mila, and Namatanai vocational schools. This is the second batch of students in the province to graduate from this arrangement.
Island region.
The East New Britain Provincial Division of Fisheries and Marine Resources has embarked on training youths in commercial fishing, which is a competent course targeting trainees to seek employment on board fishing vessels and merchant ships, either working as seafarers or deckhands. The prerequisite for the commercial fishing training follows an established Memorandum of Agreement with the East New Britain Government and National Fisheries Authority for fisheries management and training development in the province, and to pave way for formal employment. The commercial fishing training packages include safety of life at sea, first aid, seafarer's handbook, and fishing on board National Fisheries College, MV Pokajam. Team leader for National Fisheries College Commercial Fishing Operation Program, Captain Jerry Buckett, highlighted similar training have seen more than 95% of students now working on vessels. The Provincial Division of Fisheries and Marine Resources will continue this partnership to build capacity as East New Britain prepares to deliver fisheries investment projects such as the Rabaul Tuna Terminal, rural district jetties, and on-shore facility development that will create job opportunities. Susan Oriape, TV1 News.
It has been years since Butibam Primary School saw a new building in the school grounds at Bumbu. Being one of the oldest schools in Leh, Butibam Primary officially opened a new ablution facility for its students on Friday, March the 7th.
The Butibam Primary School, despite being located in Leh City, has termite-ridden buildings, no proper teachers' resources, and a lack of student learning materials. Even the blackboards in some of the classrooms have been eaten by termites. Classes are disrupted when it rains, while students are sent out of the classroom on windy days in case the double-story building comes crashing down. The Butibam Pipeline Landowners Association came to the students' aid with the construction of a 350,000 kina ablution facility that was officially opened on Friday, March 7th. The association, which is one of 6 impact landowner groups of the Wafikol project, has prioritized education and health using the infrastructure development grant from the state.
We kind of wanted to focus on firstly education and health area. So Bushi Secondary, Ahmed Demonstration Primary School, Butibam Primary School, we've got Butibam Elementary inside the village. We've allocated funding for the infrastructure development. Busur, we've given them a bus with a total donation of 200,000. Ahmed Demonstration, we built the similar ablution facility to 350,000, and same for Butibam Primary as well too, for 350,000. Butibam Elementary, we've allocated 200,000 to build a rundown classroom that they currently have. So we're going to tear it down and build a new one in place. And then we're looking at the health sector within the community. We feel there's a need for an aid post in the village. So we put some money aside for that to construct the facility, as well as look at the procurement of medication.
After tax, the Landowner Association was left with an IDG of 2.7 million kina funding from the gross value of 3 million kina. Head teacher of Butibam Primary, John Jigembe, who has been occupying the post for 8 years, said the school is looking forward to celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, and the project was timely. He said the primary school has been unable to maintain its infrastructure because the government tuition fee subsidy is insufficient. Furthermore, since he started in 2017, he attributed the school's neglect to the lack of school fee payment by parents. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Leh.
National St. John Ambulance Council celebrated the launch of a newly equipped ambulance Land Cruiser. The vehicle was made possible through contributions from the No. 1 Trophy Green Angel Appeal 2024. The Green Angel Appeal is an initiative by PNG No. 1 Trophy launched last year aimed at raising funds to support the National St. John Ambulance.
Running from June 24th to December 31st, the appeal has successfully raised nearly 300,000 kina. Group General Manager Retail Amy Tomlinson was excited with the outcome of a successful collaboration.
This was an online initiative to help or to encourage corporates and individuals to donate to the St. John's Ambulance Service. And what the QR code did was directed everybody to the St. John's Ambulance website where they were able to make donations. This makes it a lot easier for St. John's Ambulance to streamline their donation and how they will spend their money. So today was really coming together of all those donations since June last year into seeing the purchase of the new ambulance for the Port Moresby team.
Generous contributions came from No. 1 Chopi Limited Group, Coca-Cola Papua New Guinea, ANZ Bank Limited, Kina Bank, Constantino Group of Companies, Humidity Proprietary Limited, SBS Electoral Limited, and members of the community.
June last year, 2024, so far we have raised just over 270,000 kina. And so this cost went to the purchase of an ambulance, four-wheel drive ambulance vehicle. We're increasingly needing to purchase four-wheel drive vehicles because of the areas to which we service.
Deputy Commissioner of St. John Ambulance, Dr. Mangu Kendino, explained that just purchasing an ambulance vehicle doesn't make it an ambulance.
For the safety of our staff and for the ability to communicate and ensure that we provide appropriate care would be communications equipment as well. To track the vehicles, to ensure their safety and to make sure that they have a means for communicating patient details back to our National Operations Center so that call-out can be made if we need additional backup or support or just to keep track of how far the patient has been managed. And then when they get to their destination, any health facility, our ambulance crews are also able to report back to the National Operations Center about the status of the patient. So
both the No. 1 Trophy Limited and National St. John Council are keen to continue the collaboration in assisting the Green Angels to achieve more. Though the National St. John is physically visible in a few provinces, it has served over 35,000 people in the last year with all sorts of emergency situations. Besides NCD and Central Province, the National St. John also has 2 ambulances covering Ley City and Kokopo as well, but said there is a need for more. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
We'll now have the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2487 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2412, $0.3802 Australian dollars, $0.2148 euro, and 35.25 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher except gold and coffee closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TV1 News. We'll have news overseas when we return. Stay with us.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, P&G and Mia. Find P&G made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
We are the people, connected to our land and sea. Timeless and enduring, it has served past generations, sustains us today, and will support those of tomorrow. A testament to human ingenuity. It can be shaped into limitless forms. It reflects our humanity, strong yet vulnerable. It teaches us to endure challenges to fulfill our purpose. Past technologies inspire us to look inward for creativity and sustainable solutions for the future. It brings families together, fostering moments of connection over shared meals. Known and cherished worldwide, the clay pot is a universal symbol of life, resilience, and connection.
Thanks for staying with us. In news abroad, the Japanese government plans to establish a framework for dialogue with the Pacific Islands Forum Secretariat, a group mainly comprising Pacific Island nations to counter the presence of China in the region. Foreign Minister Takeshi Iwaya and PIF Secretary General Baron Waka are expected to agree on establishing the framework in their talks scheduled to be held in Tokyo on Monday. Under the proposed framework, Japan and the PIF are expected to hold a dialogue once or twice a year to discuss issues such as regional affairs and climate change. 12 Australian Defence Force members remain in hospital after 2 military vehicles rolled in New South Wales. The soldiers had been assisting cyclone-affected communities in Lismore. Police are investigating the cause of the incident.
On a tough day for some of their military mates, men and women in uniform file into Lismore Base Hospital, where members of their team were taken after a major crash.
In my 32 years of policing, it's the largest accident scene I've been to.
32 soldiers were travelling in 2 army trucks along a road in Tregeagle, outside Lismore, when both of the vehicles rolled.
It was a very hectic scene when we arrived. We had patients of varying injuries up and down the roadway, and certainly still had 4 persons trapped.
All on board were taken to hospital and a mass emergency was declared. The troops from Queensland's 7th Brigade were in the Northern Rivers helping communities clear up after ex-tropical cyclone Alfred.
This team of 32 had been engaged in route clearance work and were in transit from one task to another when the incident occurred.
These men and women are heroes who are on their way to help people in need.
They were doing this at a time when some of their own families were bearing the brunt of Alfred.
The New South Wales Premier wants to make sure the support keeps coming.
I don't want it to dampen the community's need, the state's need, the public's need for help every now and then.
This afternoon, a fresh round of help arrived in Lismore as more soldiers from Queensland were given a tour by police, with conditions still treacherous in parts of the town. Visiting paramedics have also been playing a crucial role in northern New South Wales, plucking patients from flood zones with their world-first fleet of ambulances designed to tackle rivers.
Our HARA vehicle is able to operate safely in a floodwater depth of 1.2 metres, and there have been multiple crossings at that depth through this deployment.
The Prime Minister has praised the efforts of those involved in helping flood-affected communities. Anthony Albanese and the Defence Minister Richard Marles today visited troops in Queensland. It's also expected they'll come here to northern New South Wales in the days ahead.
Farmers in the Lismore region are back to work as the rain subsides. The flooding from the Wilsons River continues to impact areas like the Marram Creek, while some floodplains are showing signs of receding water levels, remaining a concern. Adrian Redon reports from Marram Creek.
So we were on our way to Corrakai from Lismore. There's some major flooding going on down there along the Richmond River, and on the way we ran into Marram Creek cattle farmer Tony Rippon, and we pulled over and he was saying, don't go that way, you won't be able to get through the Corrakai anyway. But we got chatting and he's here actually drafting his cattle. This is his property. It's completely inundated with water. He said that he had plenty of time to move his cattle out. They were here last week. He moved them up to higher ground, so they're all good. He shares cattle with his father. He's brought some of them back here into these yards to draft them, basically getting ready for the week ahead. So operations are kind of normal for Tony Rippon at the moment. He's drafting these cattle ready for sale. He got a phone call during our interview as well. The casino sales are going ahead on Wednesday, and I asked him, why is that so significant? And he basically said, we're getting back to normal. He said the flood levels here are receding. The cattle are in pretty good condition. If that water recedes as well, that is a good thing in terms of his cattle having enough feed. But things are doing okay, especially considering he experienced the 2022 floods, and he was just thankful that he had enough notice to prepare.
2022 was devastating. I mean, I saw plenty out there, but we're on the edge of it, and we got our cattle out and got out of it. I mean, the devastation out here with the cattle was unbelievable. Whole herds went. So this has been, we started shifting cattle Wednesday, and the water didn't come until Friday, so we had days. So it was, although we got pushed around a bit in the wind, it was nowhere near 2022. Will never, it was just off the Richter. It was very slow moving, and it was a little bit like, is it really coming? And then the rain started. And but we had days and days and days to handle everything. It was pretty good this time.
So Marram Creek isn't far from Lismore. We were expecting about 15 to 50 mils to fall today. A lot of the rivers in the area were going down. There was a bit of concern that they might swell up again because of the rain. It's been really on and off all day, but as Tony Rippon, the farmer that I just spoke to before, put it, as long as the waters continue to recede and there's not much heavy rainfall to come, they should be, I guess in a nutshell, out of the woods.
Gold Coast residents are being urged to stay updated with emergency alerts after heavy rain triggered flash flooding across the city. ABC's Mackenzie Callahan reports.
For Currumbin Valley. Well, the Gold Coast beaches have copped an absolute battering over the last few days. You can see here the swell has eased, but that hasn't stopped all this erosion, which is going to take months and months to recover. The main threat now here on the Gold Coast is this flooding rain. It's still coming down very heavily. Some parts of the city have received as much as 1/4 metre in the last 24 hours, and that has prompted a number of emergency alerts to be issued. A major flood warning for the Albert River at Beenleigh went out at 10:30 last night, which includes the northern Gold Coast suburbs of Luscombe, Yatala, Stapleton, Alberton and Gilberton, and the Logan suburbs of Tamborine, Cedar Creek, Wolfdean, Bannockburn, Windaroo, Mount Warren Park, Beenleigh and Eagleby. Those residents have been told it is too dangerous to leave. They should get up high and stay where they are. Earlier last night, a warning was issued for Currumbin Valley, Talabudra Valley and Eleanor, flood-prone areas on the southern Gold Coast, and flooding on the Nerang River. Saw a watch and act alert issued for Carrara, Benoa, Emerald Lakes, Clear Island Waters, Mermaid Waters and Merrimack. There were a couple of people who had to be rescued from their cars last night, and authorities are reminding everyone not to drive through floodwaters. I have done the rounds this morning, and it seems like so far we appear to have dodged a bullet. Our major rivers and creeks on the Gold Coast here are tidal though, and the big concern was this morning's high tide at 5 a.m. From what I have been told, the floodwaters on the Gold Coast's central and southern suburbs peaked last night and have been receding, but there is a lot of water coming downstream from the hinterland too. That means the situation can change very quickly, with more heavy rain expected today, which could lead to life-threatening flooding. The Bureau says the rain threat should be easing from this afternoon, so we're not out of the woods just yet. Everyone should continue to monitor the situation very closely for the next 24 hours.
Millions of people across the world celebrated Commonwealth Day on Monday, 10th March, with festivals, fairs and faith-based services, with Together We Thrive as its theme. The day brings together 2.7 billion Commonwealth citizens across the 56 member countries in celebration of their shared values and in pursuit of a common future. King Charles, is his Commonwealth Day message, says in these uncertain times where it is all too easy to believe that our differences are problems instead of a source of strength and a learning opportunity, the Commonwealth of nations and peoples must come together in the spirit of support and friendship. And that ends the news segment. Sports is up next. Stay tuned.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello Better Banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
It's a new year.
That is exquisite rugby league!
A new season with new beginnings, new leaders and new hope. The only thing that isn't new is the dream.
Is the NRL at its absolute best.
It all starts now. The NRL Telstra Premiership. Let's go!
Hey, you found her?
What are you and Catherine doing out there in those woods?
You were just walking and walking. That's all I remember.
Angela, can you tell your dad how long you were gone?
A few hours.
Baby, you've been gone 3 days.
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
The Exorcist Believer.
This March, witness the fight for survival and change. Can science bring back what was lost? Explore the astonishing world of gene editing and cloning as scientists push boundaries beyond imagination on the resurrection quest. In southern Bangladesh, refugees, farmers and elephants fight to live in the same space. Is the Freedom Corridor the answer to their conflict? As technology evolves, so do the hidden threats shaping our world. Award-winning series Undercover Asia returns to investigate them. This March on CNA.
Welcome back. The Papua New Guinea Rugby Football League continues to support the development of young players, with the staging of its first Commonwealth Blood Tomorrow camp being held in Port Moresby over the past week. The camp includes 24 players, predominantly drawn from the 2024 Junior Commonwealth and the National Schoolboys team.
Under the guidance and leadership of Joe Grima, who was head of the 2023-2024 Junior Commonwealth and current coaching and pathways manager for the PNG NRL bid, the three-day camp included educational sessions for former players, subject matters experts, as well as on-field training, testing, and strength sessions. Bradley Orosambo, 2024 National Schoolboys and Junior Commonwealth halfback, who is part of the PNG NRL Elite Youth Program, spent 4 weeks training with the SPPNG Hunters pre-Christmas. Following that, he has returned to training with the Lace Necks Tigers. Orosambo was excited and happy to be selected for the camp and a great opportunity to make progress in his rugby league career. His main focus is on skills, talent, and good team bonding. Grima said Commonwealth Blood Tomorrow camp is an opportunity to work with the best junior and local rugby league talent across PNG. It serves as an investment in the players who could be considered for the country's entry into the NRL in 2028, highlighting the serious direction rugby league is taking in PNG. He said the camp reinforced the nation's commitment to structured player development, continue with strengthening school competition, National School AIDS Championships, the Santos Cup and TDCL ExxonMobil Cup, and the SPPNG Hunters. The pathways from grassroots elite level are being developed to match these NRL clubs. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
She may be feeling 10 years older now since she last represented the national women's softball team that won gold at the 2015 Pacific Games in Port Moresby. Nadia Baiskoa is ready for another crack at representing the country in 2025 after she was named in this year's train-on squad for the Palau Mini Games in June.
Nadia is among 6 returning squad members who were part of the 2015 Pacific Games gold medal winning team that defeated American Samoa 7-0 at the Bikini Diamonds. As they say, the older you get, the wiser you become. At least for New Islander, Nadia making the national squad again was not easy, but a real honor and privilege, especially having the opportunity to lead and play alongside some exciting young talent in the women's team.
It's been hard because we've been off from softball for a while, but we're slowly getting back, and after 10 years I'm back again in the squad, and I'm very happy and privileged to be in the team again after a long time. And back then I was young, and I'm a bit older now, but trying to keep up with the young ones. Yeah.
She said it's been hard with all the sacrifices, but thankful for her family for allowing her to participate in the championships in Rabaul to make the team for the mini games. Nadia also stressed the importance of having balance in the team in terms of experience and leadership, especially with the majority of the squad being rookies. She said having 6 members from the 2015 team back on the side will build strong confidence in the team.
It's very important for us. There's about 6 of us in the team from 2015, and now I know we have experience. Our experience is helping on and rubbing off to the new ones, especially the young ones. They look up to us, so we're trying to just give everything that we have back to them so that we can build a strong team, and yeah, that's it.
Nadia's love and passion for softball is deeply rooted in the family, being the daughter of a strong softball man and former PNG Softball Federation President Chris Bice. Now at the twilight of her playing career, Nadia said her family and her children are the ones pushing her to keep going, something that she can look back on and make the family proud on the big stage. Apart from 2025 rival American Samoa, PNG will be up against other island softball nations at the Games, which is going to be a big task for the team to prepare well and defend the title.
Heard that we'll be participating now against other 5 nations, so that's a big task for us, but we hope to bring back something. A medal or even gold would be better, but yeah, we have to defend our title. Yes.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The inaugural Better Up Hit a Thorn softball fundraiser challenge took place at the Bicini Softball Diamonds on Sunday, successfully raising approximately 10,000 kina. This initiative, organized by members of the PNG Women's Softball Train-On Squad, is part of their fundraising efforts to prepare for the Palau Pacific Mini Games scheduled for June this year.
Each representative player from the squad faced off in a competition to see who could hit the most balls the furthest out of a total of 20 balls. The distance of each hit determined the amount pledged, with further hits resulting in higher pledges. Participants approached the batting mound with focus and enthusiasm, eager to demonstrate their skills while raising funds for the team. The starting pledges were set at 10 kina, with the highest pledges determining the winners. Notable attendees included Kini Karo, the PNG Chef de Mission for the Palau Games, MIYY, President of the PNG Olympic Committee, and Alvita Rapila, former General Secretary and Olympic member, all of whom made personal pledges to support the cause. The President of the PNG BSC expressed gratitude to the corporate sponsors, colleagues, teammates, friends, and the entire softball family for their support throughout pledges.
Okay, so we've got pledges that came through from individuals, from the POM Women's Association, from the PNGOC, as well as individual players coming out from the clubs that supports the players here. It's part 1 of the hit-a-thon. We'll tell you the pledges that came through, because some of the pledges were already been made to the players, and it was recorded through us, by the treasurer of the federation. So once we tally it up correctly and just do the cross-checking, then we can tell. But roughly we've raised just around 10 grand from this from the hit-a-thon. Yeah.
She said although it was a slow start for them at the beginning of the year, the women put in the hard work through their high performance and field sessions. Perk also expressed with the display of skills and batting skills and techniques.
I mean, the ladies have been training well for the past few weeks after it was a slow start for them in the beginning of the year, but they've come through high performance, they've come through the field work and the drills and that, and yeah, there was a good hitting practice for them today. Could be more, could be better in the next hit, but there was good funds being raised by the players. Yeah.
The president acknowledged the overwhelming support from everyone for the first ever hit-a-thon, which was based on their talent and skills. They are also planning another major fundraiser in April, which is the money ball around Easter.
So we actually today we have the hit-a-thon for the players and the training squad for the mini games, and it's a fundraiser for the team to raise funds towards their levies that they're supposed to put through. So it's the first time that we've actually had this hit-a-thon for the women, and it's actually the fundraiser was good because it was based around their talents and the hits and that they've got to do to win money. Yes. Yeah.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
In regional sports, Fiji and Drua claimed their first win of the Super Rugby Pacific season, stunning competition leaders Chiefs 28-24 at Churchill Park in Lautoka. The victory snapped the Drua's 3-game losing streak and sent passionate fans into celebration despite the heavy rain that poured down throughout the match.
Great to have them back at Churchill Park in Lautoka.
The Fijian Drua entered this match-win clash without a victory to their name, following narrow losses to the Brumbies, Hurricanes and Waratahs. For coach Glenn Jackson, this was an opportunity his team could not afford to let slip. On the other hand, the Chiefs arrived as competition favourites, sitting at the top of the table after 3 rounds. However, they were without All Blacks playmaker Damien McKendry, who was sidelined due to injury. Despite this, the Chiefs were determined to maintain their winning run. All Blacks Samisoni Taukeaho pressed over in just the 2nd minute, finishing off a rolling maul in his first start of the 2025 season. With Josh Jacob taking over kicking duties for the Chiefs, his first goal attempt went astray, but the visitors still held a 5-0 early lead. It took nearly 20 minutes for the Drewers to get on the scoreboard, with Isaiah Armstrong Ravula starting at fly half in place of Caleb Moons, slotting a penalty goal to make it 5-3. But just as the Drewers were starting to build momentum, the Chiefs struck again. Jimmy Tupou powered over the line, and this time Jacob converted successfully, pushing the lead out to 12-3. The Fijians responded with another penalty from Armstrong Ravula, but a missed attempt right before halftime left the Drewers trailing 6-12 at the break. With tough conditions making ball control difficult, it was still anyone's game heading into the second half. In the second half, the Fijian Drewers turned the match on its head, rallying in front of the passionate home crowd, and came up with 28-24 win. This victory will give the Fijian side a much-needed motivation heading into their next game. Rex Nita, TVWAN Sports.
And that's the sports segment for tonight. We'll now have the weather forecast. Southern Port Moresby becoming cloudy with occasional evening showers and thunderstorms. Daru and Kerema, occasional showers and thunderstorms, then cloudy. Momase, Ley, cloudy with few evening showers. Vanimo, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kavieng, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods with occasional showers and possible thunderstorms. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with northeast to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Seas, seas slight with northeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Seas, seas slight to moderate with east to northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas moderate with easterly winds of 15 to 20 knots. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And waters of Manus and its western group of islands and New Ireland to East New Britain to Bougainville, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. That concludes this edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
TV1 News was proudly brought to you by